of Halloween, we have to react to some true crime horror stories. I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually do love reacting to these. So there is nothing. Let me tell you something. There's nothing. I just want to react to these. I ain't gonna lie. I'm dead ass about reacting to these, chat. Cause it's been a minute since I've been live with y'all boys and girls, and we definitely go get into something. But I want to chill, vibe with y'all boys and girls before we get into stuff. You know what I mean? Like, let's just. It's been a minute, chat. Let's just chill. Let's just vibe, bro. Come, hold up. Oh, sorry. It's your boy Dude, and don't I got something for you to react to? Come on now, let's get into it, crew. Let's go. True camping horror story. Number 1.
My name is Harry and I live in a rural area of England. I am now 18, but this happened when I was 15 years old.
Hold on. Echo, light off.
Okay.
I have to turn that light off. I know we have this light on, but you have to set the ambience, you know what I mean? The ambiance.
I have a group of friends I've had for many years, dating back to preschool. I'll call them Luca and Tommy for privacy.
Okay.
Tommy and I live in a small village where we went to
Tommy
school
looks
and
evil.
have spent our whole
I'm not gonna lie.
lives.
Tommy looks
It's a
evil.
quiet
I don't trust
village
Tommy already.
with mostly older people, so everyone our age naturally became close friends. Luca lived on a farm not far from the village and went to the same primary school. Growing up, we all believed in the
I don't trust
paranormal,
Tommy already. I'm not gonna
but
lie,
I've
though.
always been secretly religious, even though my actions sometimes contradicted that. We stayed close after school and would regularly meet up to drink and mess around. One day, we decided to meet at Luca's farm.
Hold on, chat, because I just want to make sure everything's good. Because, you know, it is a new mic and everything, so I need to make sure I'm good.
We rarely went there and thought we could play music loud.
Oh my gosh. I just need to watch at the same time. Hold on.
Drink without worrying.
Yo, yo, yo.
Luca offered us a place to sleep in the nearby woods.
Oh, no, it's good. It's blessed. It's blessed, chat. It's blessed, chat. It's blessed. 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 Alright! Let's go.
He had a small camping spot set up. Being the immature teenagers we were, we agreed. Everything was fine at first.
Of course
we
you
drank,
agreed. I'm not even
ate,
surprised you did.
and had a good time. It's worth mentioning the tent at the campsite only really fit 2 people,
So where'd
and
you
even
sleep?
then, it was a squeeze. Luckily, there was a hammock, and I offered to sleep in it.
You offered to sleep in the hammock outside in the middle of the woods? Yeah, that don't even surprise me. So where you say you from? Scott, what you say? Scotland? Yeah, bro.
Around 3
That don't
a.m.,
surprise me.
I heard
I'm
a
not gonna lie.
strange humming coming from
I would
deep
never
in
do
the
some dumb shit like
forest.
that. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
woke the other 2 up and asked frantically if they heard it.
They didn't hear shit.
They
was...
heard it
What?
clearly. It sounded like a woman, and the only woman in the area would have been Luca's mom, who wouldn't come to the forest at night. That creeped us
So
out,
then-
and I offered to check what was making the sound. What a stupid mistake. Tommy refused and
That's
stayed
so
behind,
right, bro.
while
Like,
Luca
come
and
on,
I
this is
grabbed
not
our
no horror
phone
movie, bro.
flashlights
Come on.
and went searching. We walked for about 5 minutes and then saw something we couldn't explain. In the distance stood a woman in a white, muddy dress, her hair black and long, and she seemed to glow. She was huge, easily 7 feet tall.
Yo.
As soon as she saw us, she turned and walked away, still humming. Horrified but curious, we followed.
Why
She
would
moved
you follow her? What is wrong with you? So you're just gonna just follow some 7-foot tall woman wearing a long white thing? She's dirty, hair down to her ankles, and you can only see 2 eyeballs, and you're gonna follow her? I bet.
through bushes to our
This is
right.
what we're doing now.
and we
No, this is
pushed
what we're doing
after
now. I get
her.
it.
A small crossing bridge led us to a massive open field full of the most beautiful poppy flowers. If you don't know, the poppy is hugely symbolic where I'm from. It's how we remember the soldiers who fought in World War I. People
Well,
wear
yes,
poppies
that's
to
how people.
commemorate them.
Yes, that's how
We
people. That's what
scanned
we
the
used to wear
field.
poppies for.
She was gone.
So we wear
The
poppies for
humming
it.
stopped, and a strange feeling settled over us that I can't properly
So it's just you two.
describe.
So where's the third
We
guy?
followed a long path
He's smart.
through the
He's
poppies,
the smartest one. He said, "Bro, I'm not
expecting
gonna
to
go check
find
that
her at the
bullshit.
end.
You guys have fun."
Instead, we found something incomprehensible. A tombstone and a white, muddy dress lying in front of it. The tombstone read, "In loving memory of Diana, taken from this world too young. May her soul rest in peace, 1917. Understandably, we were horrified. We ran back to the camp and told Tommy everything. He didn't believe a word.
Tommy's a
The
smart
next
one.
morning, we told
Tommy's a
Lucas
smart one. I would have been Tommy. I'm staying in that damn tent. You guys go have fun. Go do your thing. You guys want to go check out ghosts and spirits and things of that nature? Go handle that. That's your business. Don't involve me in that foolishness. I ain't gonna lie. I'm saying right here in this
Parents
tent.
what
I
we'd
ain't,
seen.
these niggas ain't getting me.
Pale
They're not. I'm not gonna let you get
expression
them.
crossed his father's
Get me.
face. He
It's not-
said,
A woman was killed by her husband on this farm many years ago. He went off to war and came back with shrapnel embedded in his face. The doctors couldn't remove it. He went insane and one day snapped. He killed his wife in a poppy field. And her body
Damn.
was never found.
Hold on. Hold on. So what? They just never found her? They just never found her. Yeah. Okay.
My name is AK. I'm 20 years old now. I was 9 when this incident happened. It happened to me and my grandmother. My grandmother was a professor at a prestigious university. My mother was a businesswoman, and my father worked for a private company. On the day of the incident, my mother was on a 3-day business trip abroad, and my father worked late into the night. My grandmother and I were alone in our 5-story apartment complex. One evening, my grandmother came home from college holding a large hilsa fish in her hand. It was
Okay.
my favorite fish, so I was excited, but she looked nervous. When I asked her what was wrong, she told me to close the windows and the balcony door because it was evening. About an hour later, I smelled the fish frying in our kitchen.
Okay.
I ran over happily, and my grandmother smiled at me. As we talked, she noticed a few pieces of fish missing from the plate beside her.
What?
She knew I hadn't taken any because I was
What?
standing right next to her. She said nothing, but the strange
Dumpy
thing
fish?
continued. Each time she glanced at the plate,
What?
more fish would disappear. She waited to see what would happen, and what happened next still makes me cry with horror. A truly black hand, a disgusting hand with dark hair, came through the kitchen window and took a piece of fish. My grandmother immediately
What? Wait. What? What do you mean a black hand came through the kitchen window and grabbed a piece of fish and left? So you're just getting jammed for your fish? That's what you're letting happen? What is happening? This can't be a true story. He made this up. There's no way you were 9 and you seen your grandma cooking and a black hand came through the window and jammed a piece of fish. No, there's no way. Ain't no way. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense. I'm not. No, this has to be made up. This one has to be made up. Has to be two truths and a lie. I'm not gonna lie. This is the lie. Has to be. It don't even make sense. This is what's happening. The last one's a little believable. I can believe the last one, but this one.
began praying and yelled for me to leave, but I was frozen with fear. Tears ran down my face.
Stop crying, boy. Make a
Living on
move.
the 5th floor, I knew that hand could not be human. I began having trouble breathing, like
Yo.
something was suffocating me.
This is the type of people
My
you can't have
grandmother
with you.
screamed at the black entity and asked it what it wanted. The black hand pointed at the fish. My grandmother decided to give it a piece, but she also knew that if she gave it what it wanted, it might never let go. So she moved closer to the hand, holding the fish, and instead of handing it over, burned the entity's hand with a pair of cooking tongs. A loud, inhuman scream rang out, and the hand flew back out the window. My grandmother recited prayers and shut the window. After that, I fainted.
What?
When I woke up, I was in the hospital. My grandmother, my mother, my father, and a nurse stood around my bed. My family was crying. My mother had returned home from abroad quickly. She said that as soon as I fainted, my fever spiked. I was shaking and foaming at the mouth. My grandmother had called the neighbors and taken me to the hospital. The doctors struggled to bring my fever down. I was unconscious for 3 days.
3
Thankfully,
days?
I recovered, but that incident is still unforgettable.
Okay, there's no way that one is true. There's actually no way that one is true. So a duppy just came for some fish. He just came for some food. That's it. No, bro. No, bro. I'm not believing that one, bro. I can't believe that one stuff. No, like that one, yeah, that one's not working for me. I'm not gonna lie, that one is not working for me. I can't believe that one.
Hello, I'm a 16-year-old girl
Stop,
edible.
First, that's not a female. We're not gonna do that. True old house horror story. Okay, this is true. They're all supposed to be true stories. Okay. The last one was a lie. I refuse. But
Hello, I'm a 16-year-old girl
No, you're
living in a
not.
small village in Norway.
no, you're not.
About 2 years ago, my mom, my dog, and I moved into an old house. The townspeople called it a haunted house, but we didn't care. My mom didn't
Okay.
have much money. The house
Okay.
was cheap, and most importantly, we didn't believe in the supernatural. One morning, my mom left for work,
We ain't
leaving
scared.
me alone
I
with
like
my
that.
dog while I got ready for school. I'm a pretty lazy kid, and not much of a morning person. So
I hear
instead
that.
of rushing,
I hear that.
I usually sat in the bathroom with my dog and watched YouTube. I was sitting on the floor, cuddling her, when suddenly the room felt ice cold. That was strange, because the bathroom was normally the warmest room in the house, thanks to
Okay.
the underfloor heating. A
Pretty
chill crawled across my skin as I hugged my dog tighter, and then I felt it. The overwhelming urge to look into the hallway, like someone unseen was watching me. My dog felt it too. Her ears perked, and she began to growl. I slowly lifted my eyes, and that's when I saw it. A 6-foot-tall, white, shadowy figure floated toward me. I froze. My arms locked around my dog. Her growls turned into whimpers, and hot tears stung my eyes. The figure
When the
drifted
dog,
closer and
let me tell you something, chat. Dog can sense spirits. So when the dog goes from growling to now whimpering, I'm letting you know right now, they know that spirit is a little too strong for them. They ain't scaring that shit out, bro. They better be scared.
closer until it stopped right in front of the bathroom door. It lowered its head as if staring straight at me, then slowly turned and floated directly through the locked laundry room door. I sat there trembling, unable to move. It felt like hours before I finally gathered the courage to get up. I clipped on my dog's leash and bolted out the front door, running straight to my grandmother's house down the road. When I told her what I'd seen,
Yo.
she just gave me a confused look and laughed. That night, I tried to brush it off. I crawled into bed, ready for sleep, when I heard it, a knock at my window. My bedroom was on the second floor.
Yo.
Unless someone had climbed the wall, there was no way anyone
Yo.
could be knocking. I hesitated,
Aye,
then
guys.
peeked out the window. Nothing. The dark stared back at me. Terrified, I ran to my mom's room. She was asleep, but I shook her awake and begged to sleep beside her. She didn't ask questions, she just let me. But that was only the beginning. Over the next few weeks, strange things kept happening. Paintings slipped from the walls, footsteps echoed in empty rooms.
Yo.
And one night, while my mother and I were sitting in the living room, a knife lifted off the kitchen counter and dropped onto the floor. That was it. My mom had enough. We packed up and moved into my grandmother's house. She welcomed us without hesitation.
Yo.
And we stayed for 6 months until we found a new home. Now, we've been here for 7 months. Nothing strange has happened since. At least, not yet.
Yeah, but bro, that was a haunted house, bruh. That was a haunted house. That was literally a haunted house. So you already knew from time that the house was haunted, but you chose to live there. You said you didn't care. Now you care? Come on now. Come on now. I'm so contemplating if I want to watch more, chat. I'm not gonna lie. These and true crimes, I'm hooked. Okay, let's see what he has. 7 horror stories animated. These are the most recent ones. 2 true horror stories animated. Creepy true horror stories animated. I'm trying to find one more short one. I like this one. Let's go with this one, chat. We got to. It's October. We have to start with the scary stuff off rip. We have to. We have to. It just makes sense, chat. I'm telling you, it just makes sense. It's October, chat. We can't go into this month without. And what do you guys think the costume should be? That's number one. What do you guys think the costume should be? Yo, I feel like I already know the costume's gonna be, chat. I already know. But I'm not gonna say too much. I'm just gonna wait and see. A knock at night. Now, it's your boy Do. Then I got something for you to react to. Now let's get straight into this right here. Okay? Knock at night. 3 creepy true horror stories, okay? But these are animated though. I'm not gonna lie to you. These are animated because I feel like it just makes it better. They can really tell the story when it's animated.
I'm a young teenage girl, and this happened recently.
You're not a young teenage
I can
girl.
still remember
Stop
the
saying
image
that.
in my
Stop
head
saying that.
playing over and over again. I live in an apartment complex on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
I don't usually get visitors, and when I do, it's just my aunties and cousins coming over. On this particular day, I was lying on my bed, watching YouTube as usual.
Okay.
I don't have a phone anymore since it gave me a lot of trouble and then stopped working permanently.
So
Anyway,
what, you just gave up
after
on
watching
phones?
YouTube, I got up to greet my stepdad as he came home from work. After greeting him, I went back to my room where my brothers were on their bunk bed. I shared a room with them, so I never had privacy of my own. As I was looking around, my brother suddenly said he heard knocking on the door. It was dark out, and I didn't believe him at first. Since I hadn't heard it, I shrugged it off. But then, I heard the knock.
Sure.
My brother got up, but I told him to sit back down on the bed. I'm the oldest, and I didn't want my younger brothers opening doors for strangers. I walked up to the door. There was a chair right next to it. For some reason, I didn't want the person knocking to know anyone was home. So I didn't move the chair in front of the door to look through the peephole. Instead, I climbed onto the chair, leaning close, almost falling as I tilted my body to look. And that's when the fear hit me. I won't forget what I saw through the peephole.
What did you see?
It was a masked man, wearing a blue raincoat, almost like some kind of government worker. He was standing slightly slanted to the side, but what terrified me most was the gun. He held it right up to the peephole, almost as if he wanted whoever was looking to see it. Heart racing, I slowly stepped down from the chair. I slipped off my slides so they wouldn't make a sound. I turned to my brothers and gestured with my hand, shaping a gun, warning them to be silent. I quickly shut off all the lights and ran into my stepdad's room to tell him what I had just seen. What made it worse was that right before the man came, the electricity went out, and the internet too. That made it feel even...
Stop! I actually just got chills. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What do you mean the electricity and the Wi-Fi went out as soon as he pulled up? Oh no, it was a setup from the beginning. Oh yeah, he was targeting you guys. He said, yeah, mom's not home, dad's home, and we gonna take all that. I'm not gonna lie to you. How? That's too coincidental. That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. Wi-Fi and power went out? How'd you turn all the lights off if the power went out? So right at that time the power went out? That's no.
scarier. My brothers ended up coming into my stepdad's room as well. We used the flashlight on his phone since the ceiling light in his room didn't work. The knocking continued.
So wait, you can't call the police because you have no Wi-Fi or power? You just said you have a cell phone. What, you have no chip in your phone? Bro, call the police! What are you doing? Bro.
My stepdad wanted to check the peephole himself, but I wouldn't let him. I was too scared that even the slightest sound would give us away. We stayed in the room for over an hour. Eventually, it seemed like the man had left, because we heard a little boy and his parents walking into their apartment on our floor. We could also hear kids playing downstairs on the first floor. That was when I finally called my mom and asked if we could go to my aunt's house without telling her what had happened. we left in a hurry. I never saw that man again,
Yo.
but the thought still terrifies me. What if I had let my brother open the door? I'm currently 28.
Wait, no, you have to give me a breather in between stories. There's no way you could just tell that story. That story, if that's true, they say it's true. I hope it's true. They say it's true. I hope it's true though, but that story was serious, chat. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That story was serious. If she let her little bro open that door, he would have got switched down. He would have got switched down. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. He would have got switched down. Yeah. Okay. True local park horror story. Let's get to the second one real quick, cause that was good. That one was true.
I'm
gonna say that
currently
was true.
28 years old, but this story happened when I was just 7, and I still remember it to this day.
Okay.
I used to go to a local park with some friends. We had been going there for almost 2 years, but over the last 5 months we noticed something strange. Every single day, there was a short, fat, creepy old guy who would sit on a nearby bench. He'd just watch us, and other kids, for hours, with this unsettling grin on his face.
Oh, he's a
We
pedo.
stupidly went there without
He's a
any
pedo.
parents
He's
or
a pedo.
guardians, since the park was close to our house and our parents trusted us.
He's a pedo.
This was back in 2003, and we were so young we didn't have phones to call for help. About 2 weeks after we started to feel uncomfortable with him watching us, he finally came over. It was just me and my 3 friends in the park that day. He walked up and asked us if we wanted to go to his house to play video games and check out his new dog. Since we were kids, we were foolish, and we...
My kid is gonna know you don't go to no grown-up's house. If any grown-up asks you to go to their house, you say you have to talk to your parents first. Not only that, you say no. This is what I'm gonna tell them. If any grown person asks you to go to their house, you say no. If they insist, you run away. I'm not gonna lie. There is no talking after that. Leave. Walk away from them. Run away from them. I don't care. Leave them. Remember what they look like though, and tell me. So when I see them, yeah, it's me and them. Tell me though.
agreed. It sounded fun, and for a moment we thought maybe he was just a kind guy after all, but we were very wrong. He said his house was about a 20-minute walk from the park, so the 4 of us walked with him.
Yo!
About 10 minutes into the walk, a cop car drove by and started to slow down. The passenger cop leaned out the window, staring at us. The man told us to walk faster, saying that way we'd get more time to play games and to see his dog before having to leave. So we picked up the pace. But then, the cop car suddenly made a U-turn, and a loud voice shouted,
You there! Freeze! Put your hands on your head! You're under arrest!
We froze, confused and scared. The man bolted, but because of his age and size, he didn't get far. One cop tackled him to the ground and
Give me
cuffed him,
that!
while the
Come
other
on now, hit
officer
stick!
asked us if we were okay and what had happened. We told him everything. He nodded and said it was very lucky they drove by when they did. Another cop car was called to drive us home, while the first car took the man to the station. The police explained everything to our parents, and from that day forward, we were banned from going to that park. At the time, my parents thought I was too young to understand the details, but when I turned 13, they finally told me the truth. That man was a known sexual offender. He called what he did his hunting, and he did it at local parks. That revelation terrified me. I started thinking about what could have happened to me and my...
Yo! You guys were actually gonna get trapped? Stay there for the rest of your life, boy. He was gonna have you there. Just dealing with you. No, bro. See? My kids are gonna learn. They're gonna learn. I'm telling you, they're gonna learn.
3 friends if that cop car hadn't driven by and stopped him. And honestly, I don't even want the answer, because I already know what it would have been. The police didn't share many details about his punishment, but my dad told me that one officer said the man would get at least 15 years in prison for his other crimes.
Yeah, he's cooked. He's cooked. Good, he's cooked.
My name is Dhruv Prajapati.
Drew Beach? Okay.
My name is
Same
Dhruv
story.
Prajapati, and I'm from India. I'll tell you about an
Prajapati?
experience I had
I
on
do.
Dumas Beach that still chills me to the bone. Dumas Beach in Surat has always been a place wrapped in mystery and dark rumors. People say it's haunted, and over the years, countless stories have circulated about strange sounds, vanishing shadows, and eerie figures that wander the sands at night.
Yo.
As curious as I am, I never really believed in any of it until one night changed everything. It was a rare weekend night, and some friends and I decided to hang out on Dumas Beach after sunset.
Okay.
We'd heard the rumors, the tales of restless spirits, unexplained disappearances, and how people seemed to disappear into the mist along the shore.
Okay.
But we just laughed it off, convinced it was nothing but local folklore
That's what always
meant
happens.
to keep people away after dark. As we walked along the beach,
I would never go to that
the
shack.
only
Don't
sounds
think I'm gonna
were
say,
the
oh, should we go there
waves
for a video?
crashing
Hell no, I ain't
and our
going nowhere
voices echoing
dark and
strangely in
haunted
the
for no damn
emptiness.
video. Y'all boys
Then,
ain't gonna give me
without
that money.
warning, an icy gust of wind swept across the beach. It cut right through us, and we all felt the sudden chill. One of my friends even joked,
Maybe it's one of the ghosts.
but the laughter faded when we heard it. A whisper, faint and breathless, like someone was speaking just behind us. We stopped, our senses on high alert, and looked around. There was no one. The beach was empty. I brushed it off, figuring it was just the wind, but something felt wrong. I remember hearing that the beach was once a Hindu burial ground.
Oh my gosh, they put a beach on top of a grave? How? No.
And that maybe, just maybe, the souls of those buried here hadn't yet found peace. As we walked further, my flashlight started flickering, and a thick, eerie mist began to roll in. It was denser than anything I'd ever seen. Just then, one of my friends gasped and pointed at the ground. There, right in front of us, were footprints, appearing in the sand as though someone invisible was walking straight toward us. Our nerves got the better of us, and one of my friends whispered,
Let's get out of here.
I didn't need to be told twice, but something, maybe my curiosity or something else, held me back for just a moment longer. I looked down at the footprints moving closer, step by step, almost as if they had intent. And then, for just a brief second, I saw it, a shadow-like figure, its hollow eyes staring directly at me. The look in its eyes wasn't anger, it was something else, a mix of sorrow and warning. Heart racing, I stumbled back, and my friends and I broke into a run. As we sprinted back, I could hear faint whispers following us, growing louder, and footsteps closing in behind us. When we finally reached the entrance to the beach, where the glow of the streetlights met us, we dared to turn around. The mist had already thinned, and the beach looked silent, almost peaceful, as if nothing had ever happened. To this day, I have never gone back.
Hell no. Absolutely not. Hell no. Hell no, absolutely not, Chad. That ain't happening.